Welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. His name was Sega. His name means wanderer. Tending the unclean swine belonging to a Gentile lord. Dirty, humiliating, bacon. But then he was lucky to have a job. Months before he had reached rock bottom. After a long string of parties, celebration, he squandered his inheritance with his friends, his buddies. Having lost everything, he looked around for another job. He needed food on the table. He needed a roof over his head. But all his Jewish friends had abandoned him, believing Segai's poverty had to do with some kind of sin in his life, and probably was a spiritual curse from God. God was punishing him for something that was going on his life, maybe some unconfessed sin. None of his countrymen believed in him. They wouldn't hire him, felt he was cursed. Heathen Gentile, took pity on him, offered him a job tending the bacon, tending the pigs. Man, every self-respecting Jew considered him unclean. You know the story. Segai had abandoned his life, his family, his home, asked for his inheritance, demanded his inheritance. Probably at this time feeling his father had disowned him, pronounced him dead. And there he is, eating the leftovers of pigs, tending pagan pork. The party's over, the fun's over, the good days are gone. He remembered his home, probably half dreaming. He remembered his father, his brother, the servants. The Bible says he came to himself and he said, I'll go home and I'll ask my father for forgiveness. And I will say to him, Father, if I can even be one of your hired servants, I know I'm not deserving to sit at your table. I know I don't deserve anything. I've squandered, I've ruined everything. But if I can even be one of your hired hands, if I can even eat the crumbs that fall from the table, I'll be much better off than I am here. So the Bible tells us he heads back home. I will return home. As he races home, thinking, what if my father's not there? What if my father hates me? I've nothing to offer. Brokenness. Destitute. Brokenness. What if my father says to me, you evil person, you've brought nothing but reproach upon the family name. What if my father says you should have died in a foreign land? Unnoticed, destitute, worthless, forgotten. Yeah, but Father, if I can just eat of the crumbs, that will be enough. What if his father had moved? What if he has to face the older brother first? What if the father has completely disowned him? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I act the wrong? This what if. This is a favorite tool of the devil. What if? What if in life's stumbling blocks? This is something that Satan has put before us in order to rob us of our inheritance. What if? What if? You see, what if keeps us focused on fear, not faith. But Jesus deals with that in Mark chapter 10. What if continually sidetracks us and keeps us from seeing clearly? What if turns us away from the possibilities to the problem? What if the negative? What if? What the hurdles? What if? What if creates the problem? But he races on to his father. And I think you know the rest of the story. The crest of the hill before him, he sees it. The end of the journey is within sight. And the father, he sees in the distance his father. And he begins to run. And as he runs, he's overwhelmed by shame and guilt, but he's running to his father's house. His little jog turns into a sprint, and he drops everything and he lunges forward like a seasoned jogger running towards the finish line. But his father is running towards him. And the father grabs him by the shoulders, kisses the boy, and hugs him so hard, squeezed the air out of his lungs. Segar, feeling just overwhelmed, embraces his father and begins to sob uncontrollably. Father, I have sinned against you. I have sinned against heaven. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Interrupting him, the father says, I thought you were dead, but you're alive. God has blessed me. He's heard my prayer. Do you know I've prayed for you every single day that you were gone? God has heard my prayers. He has brought you back from the dead. And what is he shouts, get me a robe. Get me a signet ring. Get me sandals. Hurry up, my son is half naked. We must clothe him. And the Bible says they killed the fatted calf that they were preparing, keeping for holy days probably. This is the day my son was dead, but he's alive. Astonished, speechless, shocked, amazed at the father's love. He couldn't stop crying. And he cried and he cried and he cried. That's the God we worship. That's the God we have our hope in. The God who runs to sinners and wraps his arms around them and says, my son was dead, but he's alive again. May God bless you.